What's up, zombies? Zombie Killer here. So, guys, I kind of wanted to do this reaction because I said this before that I'm slowly working my way up back to doing anime reactions. Right now, I was kind of want to do regular reactions to either some music that I really like, or I haven't seen before, or to some trailers, or just to a bunch of other random stuff. I decided to do this one, as you can tell by the title. Yeah, so the first time I've ever seen, Nostalgia Critic, if you guys know who he is, just type in Nostalgia Critic on YouTube, watch his videos. He's absolutely amazing. The editing that he's done, the scripting, the just everything he has done. He mostly done it by himself, which is absolutely crazy. And what he's a very, very funny guy. Shout out to my friend Sam for introducing me to this guy because he would just not shut up about Nostalgia Critic. And I thank you so much for recommending this channel to me, buddy. Love you, and I hope you're doing well with your classes. Anyway, as you have the title, I'll be talking about Mary Poppins. The first time I ever seen Mary Poppins, I was just about 3 to 4 years old, and my God, I loved it. Like the music was really good. Like everything Mary Poppins was, Nostalgia Critic will talk about it in this video. But from my perspective, I loved it. Even to this day, I fucking love it. It's full of magic, full of humor, full of great effects. Sure, if you see it now, the effects are pretty outdated, but still beautiful. And there's one certain part during summertime where Mary Poppins creates a bunch of stairs just made out of smoke, and you just see that glorious view of, and I'm pretty sure it's in Italy or Europe or something like that. I can't remember where they shot it, but it was absolutely beautiful. The characters were well done. The children, the kids, I forgot what their name was, but it was pretty good. Bert, he is he's my favorite person in the film. I love Bert, but not just Bert, but just all the characters in general. All the places that they shot this movie, the music, everything about it was just magical. I loved it. So, and I even to this day, I still watch Mary Poppins on Disney Plus. I have nothing else better to watch, and especially with Disney going under nowadays with their live action remakes, and also they did a sequel to Mary Poppins, which is called Mary Poppins Returns. I hated the movie. I'm sorry if you guys love the movie, but from my point of view, I did not like it whatsoever. It wasn't paced enough. It felt too fast, and some of the music parts were eh. The graphics were okay, but I just did not like Mary Poppins Returns. I'm sorry, but I just did not enjoy it. My mom, she had a good time, but she just remembered the original Mary Poppins, and she just remembered all the good times that she had watching it. If you guys are ever thinking about watching a good movie, Mary Poppins is definitely the one to go. And so I recommend getting Disney Plus, watching Mary Poppins, and enjoy the hell out of it. It is absolutely wonderful. So, and this is when Disney ruled the fucking world. He is still ruling the world, but again, with the live action remakes, all of them sucked. And with Mulan coming out, it does look pretty good, and I might go see it. Who knows? But with the coronavirus, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know this, but with the coronavirus going on now, Disney World and also Disneyland, they are gonna have to close to the public. But what's good is that the employees are still getting paid while off the job. While Disney World and Disneyland are closed, the employees are still getting paid. So that's a huge good thing for Disney. It's such a good thing for Disney to do. So, anyway, guys, I'm gonna shut up and get into Mary Poppins. I might do more of these videos when Nostalgia Critic talking about certain movies that I certainly enjoyed when I was a kid. So, talking guys, let's get into this reaction of Doug talking about Mary Poppins.
Okay, so here's a fun fact you probably didn't know. My dad was in the Navy and got stationed in a lot of various places. So, that actually ended up with me being born in Italy. Yeah, I was actually born in Italy. The reason I bring this up is because being in Italy, we didn't
Also,
have
I'm gonna
that
pause
many
certain
movies
to
that
certain
were
parts.
in English. So that meant the few movies we
Yep,
had, we
I actually
just
never seen
kept
that movie.
watching over and over and over. And the
Never seen
movie
that one
by
either.
far we watched the most
Seen that
was
one.
Mary Poppins. So I know this film pretty
VHS
well.
tapes,
The
man, back in the
songs, the
day.
characters, the story, I know it practically inside out. So I guess you can make the argument that I'm already sort of prejudiced towards this movie, as obviously I'm gonna love it, but I don't know. I stopped watching this movie for a bit, grew up, looked at it years later, and it's still a damn impressive movie.
Damn
Not
right it
just for
is.
the songs, not just for the acting, not just for the effects, not just for the sets, not just for the atmosphere, but for the characters, for the story, for
Yeah, the
that,
story's really good.
oh, just, there's no other word I can use for it except magic. It's a friggin' magical movie. The best way I can describe it is like being cheerfully drunk at a party. You go, you have fun, you dance, you have all sorts of great times, but then you want to get into the serious moment where you want to question life, and yeah, that's kind of here too. It
Those are
doesn't
some
shy
pretty
away
serious
from some
moments.
of the
They hit
really
you
heavy
hard,
stuff that
man.
it's doing, well, I guess it's simple stuff. I mean, one could almost say it's too simple. It's a father who's a workaholic and needs to spend more time with his kids. That's not so hard. But the way they deal with it and the creative way they talk about it and, oh, it's just so damn good. Okay, well, let's start from the beginning, as if you guys don't know this story. Mr. Banks has two children, Jane and Michael, who are not very good at doing what they're told because
The
the
boy who
father's
plays
always at
Michael,
work
he
and the
passed
mother's
away
always out fighting for
from
women's rights.
some
So
sort
they
of illness. I
request a
forgot which
nanny
one.
to sing them
But he
songs,
died at
give
a
them
pretty young age.
treats,
I think
do
it
all
was
that good
12.
stuff. But Mr. Banks hates the idea and wants someone that's stern and strong. So he rips up the letter, but little does he know, it gets whisked up to the clouds where Mary Poppins is waiting. So what, she is gonna be all the fun and games and treat giving and all that stuff we heard about? Well, yeah, but the clever thing about it is that she actually is very strict and stern as well.
Yep.
There's all sorts of weird magical things that go on with her, but at the same time, she's very mysterious. She doesn't always smile that much. Even when the magical stuff happens, she'll just deny that it ever happens. It's always kind of keeping you guessing. Even the kids don't always know what to think of it.
You won
Yep.
the horse race.
A respectable person like me in a horse race? How dare you suggest such a thing?
But I saw you do it.
That's Julie Andrews, of course, as Mary Poppins, and
Okay, I'm gonna pause it. So with Julie Andrews, the actress who played Mary Poppins, she was also in this movie that I used to love when I was a kid, Sound of Music, and that was a good movie too. You know, it was I think it was set in Germany. It was during World War II, and when the Nazis are dealing with stuff with the Nazis and everything like that. The Sound of Music was really good, and Julie Andrews killed it in Sound of Music, but she also killed, and I mean killed it in Mary Poppins. She was such a perfect person. They couldn't pick a more better actress to play as Mary Poppins. And like again, it does make you question, saying that did this really happen? Was it all a dream or anything like that? And one of her favorite famous songs in Mary Poppins is "A Spoonful of Sugar," and like a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. And the medicine that she gives him, that they give it to Jane and Michael, it's makes you think that she drugged them to make them see or imagine or dream about these things that they did. It does make you question, saying, was it the medicine that makes you see these things? Is it all imagination, or is it truly magical? And I just love that. And when it comes to serious moments, it hits you hard. Nostalgia will go into details on how hard this movie will hit you, but it's just seeing just all the funness and everything like that is it's a very fun movie. Anyway, continue. Alright. Continue.
and does she hit it out of the park?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
did.
she can obviously do the really charming, pretty moments where she has the nice voice. That is a nice voice. But again, what
She is.
sets it apart is when she is strict and she is just so hard to figure out. I love the way she constantly plays people against themselves. And they're
Yeah.
never aware that it's going on. They always think that they came to the conclusion
She
themselves.
knows
when
how to
everything is
psych you
actually
up.
going exactly to how
Like
she
saying,
planned.
like, did I actually say
Where
this?
are we going?
The bank, of course, exactly as you proposed.
I propose.
See?
Did I say that I was going to take the children to the bank?
It certainly sounded that way, dear.
Oh man. Oh, no, he did.
And of course, you had Dick Van Dyke as Bert.
Yeah, David Dyke he's
yeah,
awesome.
Everyone
He's
makes
still
fun
kicking
of
to
the
this day,
accent,
and he's
it's
still an
not-
amazing
It's
dancer.
a really bad Cockney accent.
Now, this imposing edifice fought for
I like Bert.
the
The accent does get pretty annoying, but I
But I
didn't mind
really
it
hope that
whatsoever.
doesn't divert people too much away from really still what a good performance it is. I mean, yeah, the accent is distracting.
He played
You can't
3
see
different
past it, and I
parts
can
in this
understand
movie.
that. But at the same time, look how much energy he's putting into it. Look at all the dancing. Look at all the
He's
physical
an
stuff
incredible.
doing.
That's actually him
Just look at what a
dancing.
great character this is. I love the fact that every time you see him, he always has a different job. I mean, this is probably a guy who lives on the street, but he doesn't care. He's just so happy with life. He's happy with everything. He's just happy to have air in his lungs. Mr. Banks.
Pause. And that's how all people should. Sure, you lose your job, but you can always go find another one, and you just try to enjoy life while you can. You know, like spend time with your family, spend time with your friends, try to do best to enjoy life, and that's what Bert's all about. That's what Bert's character, Van Dyke's character is all about. Who played Bert? His character is about life, and sure, he's mostly the narrator in this movie, but he's also pretty energetic. Like when you first see him, he's like, you know, he's a musician on the streets, and then he became a street painter, and then he became this kind of guy and this kind of guy. He's mostly a chimney sweeper, and even though he has many different jobs, sure, he looks like he lives on the streets, he looks like a hobo, but he's still enjoying life. And most people saying, "Oh my God, look at this homeless person! Get away from me!" They people too, you know. Like homeless people are people too. Like, and they're trying to enjoy life as much as they possibly can before they pick the bucket, you know. And who knows? Maybe that homeless person eventually will get a job and get a house and get a family and etc. 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 So and they're enjoying life as much as possible, even if they're living on the streets. They're still being wonderful people. And sure, some people do mistreat them. But most of the time, people give them food, give them money, you know, give them water, give them clothing. I just love those kind of people, you know. Anyway, continue.
Perfect bullseye as well. He is a stick in the mud and doesn't ever get the joke, but you see that he's really trying.
Yeah, Mr. Banks is
and
good.
You see that when he does actually want to bring his kids closer, he is legitimately excited about it. It just has to be about something that he's excited about, and that's of course his work. The memorable moments in this movie are too many to count. Ed Wynn laughing on the ceiling, the Chim Chimney song, the dance sequences with that, walking on top of the rooftops, blowing the smoke into stairs, that wonderful sunset. Oh,
that view, look at that.
It's overload. There's so many good moments of atmosphere, music, and wonder, and just, oh, it takes you back to being a little kid again. And all the effort is there. All the effort that they put into the look of it, and the size of it, and the dance numbers, and the music, and the lyrics, and... Okay, obviously you can figure out I like this movie a lot. I'm trying to think of what's not good about this movie.
It is a damn good movie.
The only thing I can really think of is
Spoonful of Sugar has a minute to go down.
scenes where they're playing and having fun, they go on a bit too long, and it becomes a bit unfocused, but... I don't care. It's still supposed to be a family film that entertains the kids too, and kids just really want to stay in these entertaining worlds, and in my opinion, it lets them stay there for as long as they would probably want to stay there until it goes on.
And the animation when it comes to these is so good.
Balances it out with some really touching moments. Remember the Feed the Birds? Isn't that unbelievable? Something so simple as giving money to an old woman to feed birds, and by God, that song!
All around the cathedral, the saints and apostles look down as she sells her wares. Although you can't see it, you know they are smiling each time someone shows that he cares.
I heard this was Walt Disney's favorite song, and you can see why. It's something so simple, but so powerful at the same time.
Yeah.
The way it seems to blend in from one scene to another, going from happy and dancing into something a little bit more heavy and serious, into happy and dancing again, into animation, into live action. It's just a perfect blend. The song sequence Step in Time near the end, I just never want to stop. And it
is a damn good song, believe it or not. It is a damn good song.
You never want to end. And when it does, it just ends on a perfect note where you just have to catch your breath. It allows you to calm down from this high that you've been going on for the past like 10 or 15 minutes. But then
It is
again,
such a
what
damn good
makes it
song.
so good, I mean so friggin' good, is this ending scene when Mr. Banks is walking to his job knowing he's about to lose it. There's no song here, there's no dialogue, it's just him walking down these empty, dark roads.
And again, that moment again hits you so hard. Because Mr. Banks, he put his entire life into his work, his job at the bank, and he knows that he's about to lose it. But then he just goes on this massive walk. I'm pretty sure he took the long road, or took the long way, just to see just to thinking about life, he just goes on this empty road, like no one's around him, just buildings and trees, like in this shot right here. He's just walking in the park, questioning life, saying, I know I put most of my time in my work, and should I have done that? Should I put most of my time into my kids, and maybe they never were become these kind of people? Like, it hits you hard. And the Sonic Rick loves it, I even love it, because it makes you question life, saying, what is most important, your life or your job? And with with your job, sure, it gives you money, but does it bring you happiness? So that's why I want to do YouTube and Twitch, because it makes me happy. Sure, if I go into overload or work mode after doing so many reactions, sure, I do die down and I take a little break. But mostly with Twitch and YouTube, it makes me happy, and I just don't want to be miserable at a job that I do not like. Sure, I get it, I want the money 100%, yes, but I want a job that's enjoyable, and YouTube and Twitch is definitely enjoyable from my point of view. I've been doing YouTube for the past 6.5 years, and I've been going up. I've been up and down, like either quitting YouTube and actually getting a job, or to staying on YouTube. I've been up and down between it, and I don't care. I love doing YouTube, and I definitely want to do Twitch. Like tomorrow, I'm buying my PC case, and then once it comes here, instantly getting all my components, building the PC, setting up my new website setup, and instantly gonna start streaming. So, and also get into work mode and doing more reactions to a bunch of other things. So, speaking of which, I had to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry. Alright, much better. Alright, continue. Alright. So yeah, this scene when Mr. Bangs just walking towards his job, knowing that he's about to lose it, absolutely fantastic. Anyway, in 3, 2, 1, continue. And in 3, 2, 1, continue.
And it takes the time to really let this moment sink in, and it's not only one of my favorite moments in the movie, it's one of my favorite moments in film altogether. Listen to that music, look at these shots, you can just feel the atmosphere coming through on the screen. This is a man who's tied everything to his job, and now he's about to lose it, which equals to him about to lose everything. And then it comes to this really great moment where he goes to the stairs where the woman feeding the birds was, and she's not there. I could be reading too much into it, but I always sort of took it that she may have died. Listen to that choir. Is that like the choir you'd hear in a church? But being a Disney film, they can't clearly say that, and I don't know, maybe it wasn't the intention, but that's what I get out of it, because you never see her again. Almost like it's signifying do those good moments when you can, because there may not be another time.
Exactly.
It's just such a perfect moment. But of course the ending equals out to a happy one, and it's just the perfect one that you need. I won't ruin it to those who haven't seen it, but even if you know what's gonna happen, it's such a happy, positive delivery, and it's just such a good feeling when you watch it, and such a bittersweet exit for Mary Poppins as well, and just, it brings me back to being a little kid again every single time I see it. But as an adult, I can appreciate so much about it too, not just from a technical level or a special effects level, but from a writing level, from a musical level, from a character level. It's just so strong. This is one of those kids movies that just every family has, and for good reason. It deserves to be in every family. It deserves to be on every shelf.
That's true.
It's just a wonderful flick. It's written wonderfully, it's acted wonderfully, it looks wonderful, it sounds wonderful, it's just wonderful.
And that's it. That is Mary Poppins. again, it hits you so hard. Sure, it gets from serious, it gets you from being serious, then goes to being fun and imaginative and just being energetic, then back to seriousness, and then go back into fun and adventure and imaginative. Because when it first starts, it's talking about the kids. Then once Mary Poppins in, it goes to with a spoonful of sugar, then goes to serious again, and then goes to Bird, Mary Poppins, Michael, and I forgot what their kid's name is. But that's when they teleport it into the street wall art, and that's when the animation kicks in. It looks so beautiful and wonderful, and it just looks like fun. But my favorite song of all time is a step in time, like what the soundtrack said, because it looks enjoyable. Sure, it looks like it said, but doesn't actually look. It doesn't feel like it or look like it whatsoever. It's actual dancers and Dick Van Dyke just having fun and moving around and just giving you a hype to let you want to do those dance moves too, and then you want to do it along, and then you keep going and keep going for the next 10 to 15 minutes. Then you just sit and relax. You're like, oh my god, that was so much fun. I want to see that again. But then again, when Mr. Banks walk in, that is the most serious moment in the entire movie because he questions his life, saying that I can't believe I know devoted my entire life to my work, even though I should have spent most of my time with my kids. But I know I should have done it 50-50, but I was mostly dedicated to my work because I want the money. But once he sees the little girl, the old lady, once he again, I'm sorry, I'm definitely gonna put it in the description saying spoilers, but I'm like once you don't see the old lady after Mrs. Banks is just literally right next to the bank, when he sees the old lady that used to be there, it does make you question saying that did she go to another location? Did she die? I think so too. I think she died because she looked very very old, and I don't know. But again, with that music, that choir, it hits you extremely hard, saying that I should really dedicate my life to being with my kids, having fun, but also dedicating most of my time to my work. So, but mostly with my kids and half the time with my work, but mostly with my kids wherever I can while I'm still here, because you have no idea when your life can go like that and you're gone. You have no idea what can happen tomorrow. You have no idea what can happen in the future, and it does make you question saying that I should spend most of my time having fun, but also doing most of my time having work and just doing this and this and this. It's just a damn impressive movie, guys. Seriously, get Disney Plus. Watch Mary Poppins. Sure, this is spoilery, yes, but it's a I even to this day, sure, this is spoilery. Well, not to me because I've seen Mary Poppins, but I've seen Mary Poppins more than I can count. I love Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins Returns, I said before, I'm sorry for other people who liked it. I'm not a fan. I hated the movie. I was bored. But this Mary Poppins, it takes me back to my childhood. Had I'm just chilling around with my mom and dad and most of my sisters. I have two sisters. My dad passed away when I was young, and when I was 17. And it hit me so hard, saying that wow, I should really dedicate my life to enjoy while I can, because I have no idea when my time will come. So that's why I'm trying to enjoy it as much as I possibly can. And I'm trying to gain my license so I can so I can travel a lot more. I can get a job that I will actually like, but also doing YouTube and Twitch and just having fun, because I want to enjoy life. And yeah. So anyway, guys, I'm sorry if I went into overlord, but again, I'm definitely gonna do more reactions to DisneyCember and a bunch of other videos like this one. I'm also gonna be reacting to music videos and a bunch of other things as well. And then eventually I will get back to doing anime reactions. So again, guys, I love you all. Again, watch Mary Poppins. It's a damn good movie, and if you guys are my age and if you've never seen it, you gotta see it. It's just too it's too impressive not to. It's too good not to watch this movie. So again, I love you guys. I'll see you on a brand new video. Peace.